Dum da da dum da da dum da da dum da 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 da. Dum da da dum da da dum da da dum da 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 da.
Snack, that's a fact. Scooby Dooby Doo, here are we. You ready and you're feeling. Cause we can count on you, Scooby Doo.
Hello, welcome to Ross Says What. Reading Ross Says What today will be pirate stories. So we're going to get started. It's chosen by Tony Bradman, illustrated by Tony Ross. It's a Disney book. The good ship Sea Lion was fine sight, with her sails spread like wings to catch every breeze. Whatever the weather, her flag flew at the masthead was the Jolly Roger. The pirate flag with a skull and crossbones on it. Any ship that saw this fearful flag made up as fast as possible in the opposite direction. The pirate chef was Captain Bones. He had 10 sailors in his crew, with all with black sea boots, and knives in the belts, and golden rings in their ears. They wore bright handkerchiefs tied around their heads, and they had frightening names like Pinker and Chopper and Scrag. Life on board with the Sea Lion was not very pleasant, because there was no one to make the crew comfortable. They had to make their own beds and sew on their own buttons and do their own. That's a picture of the pirate guy washing. The food was dull too, and as it nearly all came out of the tins, they had bully beef for dinner and supper on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday. A day that was different was Friday. On Friday they had fish, which they caught fresh from the sea. The pirates looked forward to Friday. They had the fun of catching the fish first, and then the pleasure of eating it afterwards. Sometimes the cooked fried chips as well, and then there was not a Jollinger pirate crew afloat eating their fish and chips and passing the vinegar bottle from hand to hand. One Friday morning, the crew settled down as usual to catch the fish for dinner. Some trailed nets behind the ship, some had rods and lines, and some lowered little wicker cages over the side to catch lobsters and crabs. Only the cook was in his gallery, polishing his pots and pans and slicing potatoes. Time passed and no one had a single bite. The sun rose high and the deck became as hot as an oven, but still they had no luck. When it was almost dinner time and the frying pan shone like mirrors, there was still nothing to put in them. Then Captain Bones himself came on deck, carrying his own favorite fishing net. "I'll show you how to catch a fish," he roared. Out of my way. I'll show you how to set to work." He threw his net over the side and waited a few minutes, then began to haul it in. He hauled very slow because it was so heavy. I've got a good catch here. He said, enough for today and tomorrow. It must be a show of herons, or else a huge cod. It might even be a whale. Why? Man, that's almost breaking. On the hand there, look lively. Pincher and Chopper hurried forward to the help, and with a mighty heave they landed the net on deck. Shiver my timbers, cried Captain Bones. When he saw what he caught, here's a pretty kiddo of fish, explained Pincher. Chopper said nothing, but stared and stared with round eyes. They were tangled in the net. It was a plump, shiny mermaid, complete with a long, scaly tail. She had golden hair and had a harp in her hand. The cook came from the gallery with his kitchen knife in his hand. Now I can start my dinner. Now I can start dinner, he said. About time too, but you can't eat me, said the Murray. I'm not a fish. Beg your pardon, ma'am. You're half a fish. There are enough steaks in that tail of yours to give the crew a square meal and leave a nice bit over fish sticks. That's the mermaid right there. The mermaid began to cry, her golden hair hanging over her face like a curtain, and her tears dripping onto the deck. Even Captain Bones felt sorry for her. Oh, he said at last, if we don't eat you, what are we going to have to eat for dinner? We can't have bully beef every day of the week. It's too much of a good thing. The mermaid dried her tears. Let me cook your dinner today, she said. Scrambled seagulls' eggs are very nasty. Very tasty. Huh, bloopers. But we haven't had any eggs. Began to cook. Never mind that. I'll see the eggs. The crew looked pleasant at the thought of a scrambled eggs, so the captain helped the mermaid out of the net, and the cook took her down to his galley. She gave a shrill call through the porthole, and the live seagulls, one behind the other, flew into the gallery. In turn, the lady large egg in the biggest basin. A few minutes later, she and the cook were beating the eggs to a froth. Then they melted the butter and stirred up the scrambled eggs. The chips spat and scissors, and when the bell went for the dinner, they were pipping hot meal on the table. Mermaids had even warmed the plates. There was no talk of eating the mermaids after that. The captain gave her a cabin to herself. In a few days she had to settle down happily. She found some wool in the dresser and began to knit the captain a rich pirate shirt cap with a tassel on top. When that was finished, she started on stockings to wear inside his sea boots. Her tail came in most useful for winning the wool. In the evening, just as the sun was setting, the mermaid always seemed to feel lonely. She sat on the deck, gazing out to sea, and played sad tunes on her harp. These sad tunes made the sailor think of their mothers, and then they wished they had never left home and ran away to be bold, bad pirates. But once the sun had set, it was time to make the cocoa for bedtime. The mermaid cheered up, and the sailors cheered up too. They sipped their cocoa and told stories and asked riddles and wondered whatever they did before they had mermaid on board. A mermaid with a yellow hair and a truly silvery tail. That's the mermaid right there. One day, Captain Bones told the crew that he was going to marry the mermaid. You must call her Mrs. Bones in future, he ordered, and do whatever she tells you. The crew was upset by the news, and they grumbled to each other as they did to the work. Why should he have the mermaid all to himself? Captain shrugged. She knits him caps and stockings. I believe she has started on the jersey with yellow and black stripes. Isn't it fair? Agreed Pincher. Have you seen the new little shell button she has seen sewn on his shirt? We have to mend our own clothes," went on Chopper, "and do all the work for the ship." The next morning, when the captain went on his rounds to see that the crew was doing it dusty, he was shocked to find that the deck had not been scrubbed. The brass were not polished. The ropes were not tidy. "Look alive," he roared. "This ship is disgrace to any place. No work, no pay, you know." Then Pitcher, who was the bravest of the crew, came forward and made a speech. "Captain of Bones," he began again, "we quite understand that this mermaid," and here he bowed to Mrs. Bones, "belong to you because you caught her in the net, but we each one in mermaid our own. When Mrs. Bones plays her harp in the evening, we feel lonely and sad." "Please find us some mermaids to comfort us, and then we will do our work, and the ship will be spick and span from bow to stern. We work from morning to night." Captain Bones looked worried. "It was a piece of good luck," he said. My catching the mermaid, you can hardly expect me to catch 10 more. "I think I might be able to help," said Mrs. Bones generally. "I have 10 sisters who might care to leave their cave at the bottom of the sea and try life on the board the Sea Lion." "Oh, thank you," cried the happy pirates. "You must try hard to make them feel at home," went on Mrs. Bones. The world under the water is very different from your world. It is cool and clean and quiet. My sisters are not used to loud voices or oily hands or rough ways. The pirates promised to be very careful, and they started straight away to prepare. They brushed their clothes and cut each other's hair and spring cleaned the ship. Each made a present to give to his mermaid when she arrived. Pitcher threw a necklace of shells. Chopper carved a wooden spoon with a fish handle. Shrek made a dusting brush of seagull's feathers. The others all thought of something suitable as well. That's the pirate. And those are the mermaids right there. All thought of something suitable as well. When all was ready, Mrs. Bone called softly, and from among the wave rose 10 golden heads, and the 10 white hands appeared holding 10 harps. The pirates let down the ropes, ladders over the side of the ship, and helped the mermaids to climb up onto the deck. Each mermaid was delightful with her present. Life on board the Sea Lion was very different now that there was 11 ladies living there. The mermaids took in turns to prepare the meals, and thought their tastes were rather fishy. The men soon enjoyed the shrimp patties and lobster pies and seaweed salads. The deck was very crowded with mermaids. So this is a story about how the pirates found love because they were very lonely on the Jolly Rogers, and they found the mermaids. The name of the book is Pirate Stories, and the name of this story was The Pirate Ship. So I hope you like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And thanks for always watching my videos. And have a great Monday. Don't work too hard, and we're gonna get through this very good. Have a good night or a good morning. Bye bye.